Investors are becoming absolutely obsessed with the chance of a SpaceX IPO. And honestly, that obsession may reveal something much bigger happening inside the market right now. Because this story is not only about rockets, it's not only about Elon Musk, it's not even only about SpaceX. The story is about human imagination, right? First, this is not financial advice. Always do your own research. Psychologically, SpaceX may be one of the most fascinating companies in the world because for many investors, SpaceX doesn't represent the present. SpaceX represents the future, what may be, right? And we've learned here the farther away the future is, the more human imagination enters the picture. The more I think that something's going to be extremely valuable in the future, the more this imagination kicks in and starts telling me narrative, this is what's happening. It's all up in the air. It's unbelievable. So I read some news. I read the news today. Oh boy. I read some news, that just hit an hour back. It said SpaceX would soon release its IPO prospectus. The company's moving closer toward what could become one of the largest public offerings in financial history. It's going to blow the doors off of everything that's come before it. And so look at the emotional ingredients that we have in play now. Space exploration, artificial intelligence, Elon Musk, satellites, Mars, rockets, future technology, trillion-dollar valuation discussions. This combination is psychologically and emotionally explosive, right? All the ingredients are there. Investors aren't merely looking for, numbers anymore. Investors are looking, they're imagining possibilities. What might the future hold? What should I invest in today that'll pay for my kids' college 10 years from now? Markets love stories about the future, especially after long periods when investors have felt emotionally drained, exhausted, defensive, uncertain, like right now. One of the most interesting lines in this recent reporting was, quote, somebody wrote, Wall Street is thirsting for IPOs after a years long drought. Pretty good, huh? Pretty descriptive. That sentence suggests that speculative appetite may be returning. I mean, it's back. I don't know about maybe. It's here. It is here. People are ready to, put their money where their mouth is, especially on SpaceX. My God. And all systems are go. All systems are indicating that investors are hungry for growth, innovation, big narratives, future dreams. Honestly, few companies, I can't think of one, symbolize the future more powerfully than SpaceX. The only, Tesla would be another one, right? And for years, ordinary investors like us have watched SpaceX remain private, private only. You cannot have access, Jack. You have to wait, maybe sometime down the road. And that sometime may be approaching here now. Huh? So SpaceX has been tucked away, hidden away from us mere mortals. And all the while, we've seen it on TV. We've seen the video, rocket launches, Starlink, government contracts, right? Big money, massive money. satellite dominance, Mars, right? We're going to space. We're going to go to Mars. Reusable rockets. Have you seen the tape of that rocket coming back to Earth and landing on its own launch pad all over again? I mean, that is something else. That is an engineering marvel, to put it lightly. How do you make that thing do that? I don't know. But they did it. They found a way. See? all of it, all this created something incredibly powerful psychologically and emotionally. And it's this exclusivity, right? Exclusivity. Like, this is manna from heaven. This is so exclusive, right? This is incredible. It's been out of reach. This is something you can't reach, Jack. You cannot trade these shares. You can't have that. You can't own any of SpaceX. They've kept it away. They've kept it under wraps. But here it comes. It's on its way. It's on the horizon coming in. We anything we can't have, we want 10 times more. I can't talk to that pretty lady because there she is. She's with her husband or whatever, right? I can't have that. The car that I can't afford, that's the one I want, right? It's out of my reach. This creates fascination. We become fascinated with this. It's something, if I can't have it, you know how that goes. We want it 10 times even more if we can't have it. And fascination can turn into an obsession too. And that's what's been happening. I mean, we're right on the verge of becoming obsessed with this stock. Another important thing is this SpaceX IPO. It's not happening in isolation. If you look at the broader environment right now, AI stocks have exploded. Speculative momentum is returning. Investors are once again chasing future narratives. We love things, that represent the future. Look at Poet stock today, POET. It took off the last 2 days. It's up 40% today, and at least 10% yesterday. So, I mean, that's 50% in 2 days, and that's a future stock. Recent IPO enthusiasm shows Wall Street may be reopening emotionally to risk-taking behavior. Like Wall Street saying, let's do this. And that matters too, because speculative markets are deeply emotional systems. Once investors start believing that the future is arriving, money starts moving toward it very quickly. Now, does this all mean a SpaceX IPO would automatically succeed? Nobody knows that for certain. I mean, you would think, right? You would think it's going to be an incredible success, because but you can't just say flat out that it's going to take off, because every IPO involves risk. Valuations matter. Market conditions matter. Execution matters. But psychologically speaking, emotionally speaking, the excitement around SpaceX and the stock and the IPO is real. It's palpable. It is real. You can almost put it into a box and ship it somewhere. It's palpable. People want this thing. SpaceX has become much more than a company. It's become a symbol of technology, ambition, innovation, and a symbol of humanity pushing forward into the unknown, into the unexplored. When investors connect emotionally to symbols like this, they often stop thinking only in terms of traditional valuation. They start imagining what the future could become. And that's when markets can become extremely powerful, sometimes extremely irrational. And honestly, this may be exactly why investors are becoming so obsessed with the SpaceX IPO. Thanks for watching. And remember, the stock market doesn't only reveal companies. Very often, the market reveals human psychology. I'm Jack. Check out the website, jackcarterbooks.com. I'll see you on the next one.